Time now! It's 5 o'clock on this Saturday afternoon, evening, July 26, 2014. On a Saturday evening, time now for Water Magician PJ Wiggins. The Evening Report. Saturday evening, July 26, 2014. Good evening, everybody. Our current conditions at 5 o'clock in North Massachusetts got a temperature of 76 degrees with a humidity of 62%, 2.62%. Wind speed southwest by 8 gusts at 17 miles per barometer. 292 inches, and it's visibly 10 miles. Heat index of 78 degrees. Alright, let's take a look at our radar scope. Shows a lot of rain showers on the Cape and western mountains, meaning down for the south coast of Massachusetts, around the Bedford and Fall River, down for coastal Rhode Island, and down for southeastern coastal Connecticut, down for eastern shores of Long Island there. And zooming it out, and it shows spotty rain showers west central Maine, and the spotty rain showers stretching down New Jersey, Delaware, and then down for eastern Virginia coastline. A lot of rain showers from eastern Quebec and extreme northwest Maine, down for central Quebec, and down for Ontario and north central Michigan, and off the northeastern Wisconsin, off Green Bay, Wisconsin here. And we're seeing some lot of rain showers off the Carolina coastline and spotty rain showers in southern Georgia and down for Florida here. And take a look at it. Showing some spotty rain showers in central Minnesota, northern Iowa, and bands of showers and storms in central Ohio and western Illinois, and down for northern Missouri, and down for east central Kansas. And spotty rain showers and few storms from northern North Dakota, up in Manitoba, Saskatchewan, down for north central Alberta, and down for eastern British Columbia. And spotty rain showers coming in the four-quarter region of Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and Nevada, and spotty rain showers down for south central California, and down for northern Baja California, Mexico. Lake Mead, Ranchos, Arizona. Good afternoon, evening, everybody. It's 95 degrees with clear skies here. Okay, let's take a look at our satellite look here, and it shows a lot of clouds coming in from coastal New England and then from the Virginia coastline. A lot of clouds covering much of Canada from Quebec all the way down for the Great Lakes and stretching it down to Missouri, and the clouds from Canada stretch from Quebec all the way down for British Columbia. Patch clouds coming off the Carolina and the Florida coastline, coming in much of Florida and down for southern Louisiana, down for southeastern Texas. And spotty clouds from central Mexico and spotty clouds from the four-quarter region and down for eastern Nevada. Alright, let's take a look at our map situation. Station front from Nevada stretching in Utah and down through Colorado, and a cold front from Colorado stretching into Kansas, and stationary front down from Missouri, and a warm front from northeastern Illinois, and down from Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and a warm station from the Carolinas and out to sea. Front of virus down for Florida, and a front of virus from southwestern Kansas, down for western Oklahoma and Texas, and down from north central Mexico, and front of virus from southern Nevada, down for Gulf of California. Front of virus off the northern California coastline, and a front of virus from northeastern Oregon, and down for central Washington, and front of virus from Saskatchewan. Cold front from eastern Montana, and down for the Dakotas, and down for south central Manitoba. Station front from Manitoba, and down for north central Ontario, and cold front from Ontario, down for Quebec, and the pink front up to Quebec. And we got high pressure off the western Washington coastline, western Montana, southwestern Colorado, Gulf of Mexico, and low pressure in the Carolinas, and southwestern Arizona, and northwestern California, and south central Manitoba, and east central Oregon near. 82 degrees of temperature in Boston. It's 88 out in Washington, D.C. 89 in Atlanta, 79 in Miami, 93 in Brownsville. The century mark 100 degrees in Dallas, 83 in Kansas City, 82 in Chicago, 84 in Minneapolis. It's 86 out in Denver, 96 in Albuquerque, 89 out in Salt Lake City, 74 in Los Angeles, 75 in San Francisco, 74 in Seattle, and it's 76 in Great Falls, Montana. Current conditions around the region here, we have a temperature of 82 degrees in Boston. It's 83 in Pittsburgh and Bedford, 81 in Beverly, 77 in Gloucester, 82 in Lawrence, it's 78 in Worcester and Milford, 77 in Sturbridge, 80 in Webster, 81 in Norwood, 77 in Taunton, 75 in Bedford, it's 79 out in Plymouth, 75 in Provincetown, 78 in Cape Cod Bay, 73 in Falmouth, 72 in Chatham, and 72 in Martha's Vineyard, and 71 in Nantucket, 72 in Bucktown, 75 in Wesley and Providence, 73 out in Smithfield, 71 in Springfield, 83 in Amherst, 79 in Greenfield, 74 in Pittsfield, and in North Adams, 77 in Albany, 73 in Bennington, 69 in Brattleboro, 77 in Keene, 70 in Chafford, Hampshire, 81 in Concord, Hampshire, 79 in Manchester, Hampshire, 83 out in Nashville, Hampshire, 82 in Boston, Hampshire, 80 in Windsor Lock, 70 in Hartford, 77 in Meriden, 73 in Warbury, 76 in Danvers, 77 in Bridgeport, 75 in Waven, 73 in Long Island, 74 in Montauk, 75 in Islip, 70 in New York City. Yeah. Alright, let's take a look at our Over discussion around the country, and have a Canadian high pressure cell will bring cooler air to south and eastward across much of the eastern half of the U.S. by late Monday and early Tuesday. The latest summer cool front will again increase chance for heavy rainfall, flash flooding, and severe weather across the Midwest and Ohio Valley and Central Appalachians and Mid-Atlantic and Northeast later this weekend and on Monday. And monsoonal moisture will continue to fuel afternoon showers and thunderstorms across the Southwest and the Central Rockies. The summer pattern is so far of thrill in the eastern and ridge out west will be enforced over the next few days as the ported upper low spirits over the southwestern Canada drifts southeastward and drags a surge of cool air across much of the eastern half of the U.S. by later Monday and early Tuesday. A couple of area fronts and relatively weak low pressure system will be gradually ushering the cool air across the Midwest into the Ohio Valley before becoming a well-divided cold front and low pressure system moves across the eastern United States by Monday. Scattered showers and some heavy thunderstorms all along Canada. The front and severe weather is possible. Again, with strong winds and hail and isolated tornadoes possible. Beyond the cold front, another Canadian high pressure cell will build and head southeastward toward the north central states, provide very comfortable temperatures for late July. This air mass should also end the current heat spell over the Kansas and Oklahoma early in the week with a decreasing chance of showers and much cooler temperatures. As the upper ridge is currently responsible for heat across the central but southern plain pulls westward across the southwest and monsoonal moisture circulated around the upper high will interact with a front along the eastern slopes of the Rockies that can generate more heavy rainfall and isolated storms across the southwest and as well as upslope flow across eastern Colorado and northeast northern Mexico and northern Texas by late Monday and Tuesday. Alright. Let's take a look at forecast discussion. Rain in New England here. As low pressure deepens from the Great Lakes to Southeast Canada and eventually includes across New England and anticipated waves as showers and thunderstorms bring in Sunday morning and continuing for late Monday. Our view today storms could be strong and severe and high pressure follows with a cool and dry weather in the end of the week. Clouds and sprinkles are exiting Rhode Island and Southeast Massachusetts at 4:15 p.m. as skies will be partly across the entire region tonight with a few patches of fog late as low level moisture continues to increase. Low temperatures will be in the 60s. As low pressure moves from the Great Lakes to Southeast Canada overnight, a surge of warmer air will move toward New England. In addition, a strong upper level jet max will be passing through our south as the combination of these factors will lead to the development of a band of showers and thunderstorms that will be approaching the Berkshires toward daybreak, then moving eastward. Alright, let's take a look at what's going on in the tropics here. Okay, in the Atlantic, a tropical wave located at the southwest of the Cape Verde Islands could develop an area of low pressure over the central tropical Atlantic in a few days. Some slow development of this system is possible by the middle of next week while it moves westward. The formation chance for 4 hours, low near 0%, and formation chance for 5 days, low 20%. And in the eastern Pacific here, we have National Hurricane Center is issuing an advisory on tropical depression Genevieve located more than 1,000 miles east southeast of the Big Island of Hawaii and on tropical depression 8E. It's looking a few hundred miles southwest of the southwestern coast of Mexico. Shower activity associated with a low pressure about 300 miles west southwest of the southern tip of the Baja California Peninsula has decreased during the past few hours. There is also a less organized sensation of a strong upper level wind continue to approach the system. However, tropical depression could still form later today if the environment becomes highly unfavorable on Sunday. Regardless of development, the low should continue to move slowly westward. Any of low pressure is forecasted to form well south of the southern Mexico early next weekend. Some gradual development of the system is possible after the time. Formation chance for 4 hours, low to 0% of formation chance for 5 days, low 20%. Okay. Okay, the 5 o'clock reports on Genevieve. Here it is now. Tropical depression Genevieve. 12.4 to the north, 137.9 to the west. Expects the same with about 35 miles per hour. Movement west about 8 miles per hour. And the latest on now troublestorm Hernan here, just in part of the press is 15.4 to the north, 108.3 to the west, and maximum sustained winds about 40 miles per hour. And movement northwest about 50 miles per hour. Okay, let's take a look at tonight's lows. Tonight's lows will be from the 6th month to the 60s to the 50s up in Maine and Vermont and New Hampshire, and around 40s around Mount Washington here. Then the 60s to 70s down for the eastern seaboard here. And tomorrow, thunderstorm outlook for Sunday, 50% probably a severe thunderstorms in the southern wavelet. Alright, let's take the time machine back to 124 years ago today, on July 26, 1890, which happened to be on a Friday.
They understand what I need.
F3 tornado moves across Essex County. Your estimated time, 9:10 in the morning time. Maximum EF scale, radiated by F3. Maximum path width, 150 yards. Path length, 3 miles. 8 fatalities and 63 injuries and damage. 500 people became homeless and 35 homes destroyed with 60 damage. The cost of damage, $6,000. The Lawrence, Massachusetts had the worst damage with the F3 tornado, and a brief tension also occurred in Newburyport, Massachusetts at $60,000 in the 1890s. Imagine that if a Category 3 storm were to hit sometime here in New England. Imagine that, $60,000 in today's dollars and today's money. In 1913 and then 2014, because the Federal Reserve Bank goes back to 1914, but $60,000 back then would be would be almost $1.5 million right now if a tornado were to hit somewhere in New England. And this was before the Worcester tornado back in 1953. Okay, let's go back to 2014. Let's go back to the present times here. Imagine if there was no tornado warnings and no radio and TV back in 1890. Then it would have been catastrophic. But thanks to the tornado warnings and radio and television and the National Weather Service, now people will be safer in tornadoes than back then. Times have changed. Boy! Some clouds trying to peek for the sun on this beautiful evening on a Saturday evening. Alright, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It goes like this.
Go back out to the 15th. Tropic, full high, birdie bid. 2 over for the day.
For today, we are going to finale. 55 up to 4 a.m. miles. Most of the clouds got low to 65 degrees. Stop with about 7 to 10 miles per hour. For Sunday, showers and thunderstorms likely mainly between noon and 1 p.m. and a pressure about for 8 a.m. miles. Parts of the sky at 81 degrees and south with about 8 to 13 miles per gust size. 26 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 6%. New rain for months less than 7 inches possible, except for about possible thunderstorms. For Sunday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms are possibly a thunderstorm after 11 p.m. Some storms with heavy rain. Most of the clouds got low to 69 degrees and south with about 8 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 6%. New rain for about between a quarter and half an inch possible. For Monday, chance of showers and thunderstorms, parts of the sky at 81 degrees and south with about 8 to 14 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 40%. New rain for about between a quarter and an inch possible, except for about possible thunderstorms. For Monday night, showers and thunderstorms for 2 a.m. and a slight chance of showers, and most clouds got low to 64 degrees and southward up to about 7-11 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 30%. Tuesday, slight chance of showers before noon, part of the sun sky 80 degrees and chance of precipitation 20%. Tuesday night, podcast got low to 61 degrees. Wednesday, most of the sun sky 89 degrees. Wednesday night, podcast got low to 60 degrees. Thursday, most of the sun sky 80 degrees. Thursday night, podcast got low to 61 degrees. For Friday, most of the sun skies, the most of the sun sky 80 degrees. Friday night, most of the clouds got low to 63 degrees. The Saturday, most of the sun sky 79 degrees. Okay, let's take a look at our traffic outlook at 5:13 here on this Saturday evening, 13 minutes after 5.
This is Matt Kuchar.
And it shows 129 and southbound side, a little slow from 95 in Peabody to Linfield, doing an accident 95 on 128 southbound. In Linfield here. And 95, 128 south, a little slow around the Redden stretch here. And 128 south, a little slow from Denver to Peabody on the southbound side of 128 here. 195 northbound, a little slow from Tewksbury to Andover due to a couple of accidents between Tewksbury and Andover, so try some extra time. And 195 southbound Wilton, a little close due to some bridge maintenance as usual. And after Route 2 eastbound, you approach 495 in Wilton here. And 495 southbound, a little slow around Berlin and both the stretch to an accident. 495 southbound near Route 62 in Hudson here, and Mass Pike eastbound, a little slow as you approach on ramp to 495 here. 120 a little slow around 135 in Needham, and Southeast Expressway and southbound a little slow from Dorchester and down from Morrissey Boulevard, and Mass Pike bonfire both sides from Sturbridge all the way down to Boston. And a concert at the Xfinity Center, so expect it to be busy around 140 and 495 here in Mansfield here. And
63 to the hole.
95, 24, and 3 mile 5 from 128 to the with 3 mile 5 from the split down through the bridge here in Sagamore Bridge on southbound side. A little slow on Route 3 side of approach Route 6, and Sagamore Bridge a little slow, and Bourne Bridge on the southbound side a little slow. 25 eastbound a little slow approach to the Bourne Bridge, and 28 north a little slow approach to Rotary and Alvarez.
Any change tomorrow? They turned at the end here.
And 99 and 146 on the southbound side, a little slow around 99 and Cumberland Budweiser. Good commute here.
69.
Peter Channel News Time is now 5.
Unusual way to win, holding the bunker shot on the last after the 3-putt from short distance at 17.
Something else, wasn't it? Incredible.
And it is time now for a little news. Top story is this one Saturday, extended to 12 hours. Humanitarian truce in the Gaza war by 4 hours, the longest long 90 days of Israel-Hamas fighting. As the Gaza health officials said, the overall number of Palestinians killed surpassed 1,000. On Saturday, diplomats from the U.S. Embassy in Libya were evacuated to Tunisia under military escort. As fighting between rival military groups close to the embassy. Both parties are open to talk about impeachment when, politically speaking, is going nowhere. The charter shows how impeachment, at least talk about it, is involved with a useful political tool. Issa Al-Qaeda, whose husband Eric died after he was literally placed in a chokehold by New York City police officers, spoke out for the first time publicly on Saturday with a Reverend Al Sharpton there. In Freetown, Sierra Leone, police were guarded the Ebola Treatment Center in Sierra Leone on Saturday, the day after thousands marched on the clinic following allegation by a former nurse under the deadly virus. Was meant to conceal the cannibalistic rituals there. Israeli ministers agreed to extend a 12-hour truce with Hamas by 4 hours, even as the army said the country was struggling to move on a mortar fire from Gaza. Update: Russia criticizes EU sanctions and perhaps US over Ukraine role. In Donetsk, Ukraine, long lines of cars jammed the roads leading south of the Donetsk to Ukraine on Saturday as residents attempt to flee the city center after a night of heavy shell at the city's northern outskirts. Istanbul's Turkish court on Saturday ordered the former arrest of 12 more police officers, including the former head of Istanbul's intelligence unit, pending charges that they have illegally attacked Prime Minister Tayyip Erdogan, media said. More and more Syrian rebels had defected to join the ultra-hardline Islamic State insurgency, said UN and human rights investigators. In Dakar, Paris, French President François Hollande ordered the flags of government buildings across French flight Hamas on 3 days on Monday after the death of 118 people, including 54 French nationals that crashed from Air Alger. Mrs. Ferdinand was 15-year-old Abigail Hernandez returned to her New Hampshire home last week, leaving police with questions about why she vanished, who may have helped her conceal her. A $110,000 reward being offered until noon Monday, following Friday's carjacking crash that killed 3 children in Tioga section of Philadelphia and left their mother seriously injured. It does get frustrating when they continue to spend quarter after quarter a day. Don't let revenue flow through. Setback will schedule those mortgages. USD $3.5 billion at Better Life and setback it holds shares at Amazon. In New York, a deal to resolve a U.S. regulator's claims against Goldman Sachs Corporation over mortgage-backed securities stole the Fannie Mae back led to a financial crisis that could cost the bank about $800 million, $1.25 billion. Apple will set the world on fire with $1 billion of sales at the next iPhone, analyst said this week. Amazon's new Fire Phone is the company's first smartphone that generally boasts some great features, but some of these features being sold by Amazon. Both the suit beats over the patents related to noise-canceling headphones. The lawsuit is expected to back Apple as well, with officially purchased Beats for $3 billion in May. The first teaser trailer for The Hobbit, The Battle of Five Armies premiered at the San Diego Comic-Con during Warner Bros. Concert. Legendary kicked off at San Diego Comic-Con Hall H panel with a monster-sized bank today, confirming that they would make a sequel to this Somerset Godzilla. Star Trek Deep Space Nine alum Alexander Siddig is set to play Oberyn Zolder, while Muir will not be played by Nell Tigerfree. In sports news, the Baseball Hall of Fame announced 2 changes in the sport policy Saturday. First, to shorten the length of time players can stay in the ballot, and secondly, to create registration requirement for voters' response to last year's controversy. In Bray, Ohio, Josh Gordon might have been in uniform for the Cleveland Browns at training camp again Saturday morning, but it was hardly what Mike Pettine predicted would be business as usual for the team's #1 star, Johnny Manziel. The Giants' rotation had been some unexpected struggles this season, but they made a move to bolster the center by acquiring veteran pitcher Jake Peavy and a 3-player trade with the Boston Red Sox. Kevin Love and Minnesota Timberwolves became the NBA player third in recent weeks to withdraw from consideration from the Team USA in the next month's World Cup USA Basketball set on Saturday. Kevin Harvick won the pole for Sunday's Brickyard 4.5 after turning fastest lap on Saturday's qualifier 180.470 miles. And on its impression of calamitous Zabaculis had newly discovered this so from the Jurassic period that had fevers. In July of 2012, coronal mass ejections came close to hitting Earth, which could have left millions without power and trillions in damage. Mayflies have been emerging from the mystery river, and swarms that show up on radar like thunderstorms, cut roads, and leaves behind slimy messes. Our group of researchers have made some startling revelations about a widely recommended drug used to treat heart words, but drug cure. Berger England has been accused of intentionally hiding some important information about his drug, Debutran. Interest resulted about the composition of gut bacteria and its close relationship to the health has been resulted in the development of a new spot for them to just simple to ease up things to scientists. Okay, let's take a look at our little baseball news. Out in Seattle, Seattle Mariners lead the Baltimore Orioles 2-0 in the bottom of the third. St. Louis Cardinals lead the Chicago Cubs 2-0 in the top of the third. No score in Cincy between the Washington Nationals and Cincinnati Reds, and Toronto Blue Jays defeat the New York Yankees 6-4. And that's going to be it for the What a Magician PG Channel News on this July 26, 2014 on a Saturday evening. I'm Peter saying have a good evening with a good positive. Be back for the What a Magician Peter Channel News late now for 11 o'clock. Have a good evening with a good positive tune. Good night, and see you at 11.